Hello, everyone, and welcome to the East River Soccer Complex, where today we have an AAC women's soccer matchup between the Bluefield College midfield. Ferris Schweers trying to get back into defense for Bluefield. Long sprint. Liana Gates. Rams defense trying to track it down as Columbia International has made their way into the attacking third. Got to specify which Rams we're talking about today. Columbia International coming from South Carolina, also the Rams. And we'll see the second part of this Rams soccer doubleheader right after this, right around 7 when the men's teams square off. Well, Bluefield looking for their first win in 2 years. Michael Callahan, second-year head coach for Bluefield College, kind of thrown into the gauntlet last year very late after a coaching change right before the season started. Now looking for a win. Throw in coming up from Kirsten Long. Left to right go Columbia International. Anna Flincham in the goal for Bluefield. And Nadia Threat in the goal for Columbia International. Well, it really is a gorgeous day here in West Virginia. Starting to get into the fall temperatures right around the second day of autumn, but still pretty hot today. Going to be about 65 degrees right about now, maybe around 70. Get a little colder when the men's teams kick off around 7. Now in midfield. Rams on a sprint. Outnumbered. Bryant lines up in the box. Can she get a pass there? An offensive position for Bluefield College. Now 42-25 left to go in this first half. Apologize, we do not have a ticking clock for you here on our Bluefield College stream, but we'll try to update you appropriately. Shot with the right foot. Bounces into the grasp of Flincham, and Bluefield College will be able to recalibrate a new offensive effort here. Headed around still, Brandel. Throw in Columbia International right in front of Bluefield College's bench. You can see the improvements for Bluefield College this season. That one is kicked away right at the last moment by Abby Flincham. But last year did not score, had really struggled with fielding 11 players to even go onto the pitch for Bluefield College. But now this year, the injuries are still there, but they're not as devastating to the point where Bluefield can still field a team. Catherine Purdue at midfield. Can she turn around? Brandel tried to send the ball up, and Columbia International right in the way. Still trying to thread the ball to Anaya Martin. Taylor Bryant. Martin now. It's bouncing around at midfield and kicked away by Haley Hernandez. Long sprint. Flincham trying to jockey the ball away and does cleanly, no whistle. 40 minutes, 20 seconds left. Sent out for a Columbia International throw-in. Into the box for Flincham. Apologize for that, folks. Having some technical difficulty. Seem to be solved now, as now Columbia International has to send it back to goal. We are still scoreless, 38-44 left to go in this game. Again, Brandel out to the right. Long ball into the box. Still loose. Martin, can she get a shot off? Kicks it wide. Nothing there for Catherine Purdue. Columbia International just let that ball lie in the box there. Bluefield had their chances just for a second, couldn't get there fast enough. Well, Columbia International head coach Kara Farnsworth probably didn't like that. That ball just sat inside the box. Got a little too close to the 6 as well. Well, Columbia International, this is their 5th ever season in program history. Farnsworth, the first ever coach. Foul called in midfield. And a free kick for Bluefield College. Well, the biggest football game in Southwest Virginia small college history coming up on Saturday, 6 o'clock, as the Rams face off against Emory and Henry for the first time in a real game. 6 p.m. at Mitchell Stadium. We want you to be there. Spirit Day at Mitchell Stadium. Everybody's encouraged to wear red and blue. Meanwhile, Columbia International in the middle, and the Rams poke it through. Intercepted. Liana Gates. Chipper in for Flincham, and moves up to make the catch with 36.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Bluefield just needs that break. Haley Duffy. Here's Purdue. No one's on the end of the pass. Brandel got in the way of the clearance, but CIU rebounds anyway. Trying to find Gates. Then kick back. That's Waddell. Decide who the throw-in will go to. It'll go to Columbia International. Another home game for the Rams this year. That's where they had their only result against Piedmont International. And I think the frustrating part about that game was that Bluefield led late, and the Bruins scored with about 8 minutes left to tie it up, and it ended a draw. But Bluefield was on the cusp of their first win in 2 years. Only have scored 2 goals this year. Waddell tries to draw the foul, won't get it. Schweers, who was the goalkeeper last season for Bluefield in that injury-laden season. Now space for Purdue. Cross into the box. No finish for Bluefield College. Taylor Bryant. Senior dishes it out. Bryant. And a goal kick. There was no blow the whistle from the official, so it kind of seemed like that play was still live. I just wanted to save a little bit of air there, I guess. Goal kick. A Bluefield throw-in. Taylor Kramer for Bluefield College threw it in. Waddell. Mackenzie Miller. Gotta watch out for her in the midfield as now Kaylin Hernandez lofts the pass. Haley Hernandez into the box, shoots, and a save from Flincham. Easy going there for the goalkeeper, rolled right into her grasp again with 32:55 on the clock. Here's Martin. Slight space and decided to send the ball up anyway. No room for Purdue, but the Rams are still feeling these longer passes. Haven't been that patient. Stephanie Miller. Still trying to get into the attacking third. Defense has maintained some strength for CIU. Waddell hits the ground again, and another foul called. It'll be a free kick for Bluefield College. Stephanie Miller. Down to Taylor Kramer. And the right idea with Taylor Bryant. Now down the touchline. Bit of room to sprint. Through ball fails. Hernandez clears the ball out. Here's Gates for CIU. 31 minutes flat left to go. Throw in Bluefield. CIU looking for their first goal since September 14th. That's when they won 3-0. Another conference matchup to newly christened AAC member Kentucky Christian. Rams face them on October 2nd. That's a Wednesday in Kentucky. Here's Taylor Bryant. Good ball up for Purdue. She's on. One-on-one. No, the flag came up. Purdue did not argue. Neither is Michael Callahan. That seemed to be good, too good to be true. And it was. So instead, a free kick. Long pass into the box, rolling wide and over the back line. So it will be a goal kick. Jesse Dukes nearly went one-on-one with Flincham. Can hear Michael Callahan from the other sideline. We have to be careful about that. I feel like that is a bit of an understatement. The Rams let the ball bounce into the box, and Dukes nearly finished for a goal. What a good job by Bluefield's Anna Flincham to Keep that one out of the back of the net with 28 minutes, 53 seconds left. Rams trying to maintain possession. Here's Brandel. Bryant's calling for the ball, and she's definitely onside. Pass right to Taylor. Bryant lost the touch. And a throw in for Gates in CIU. When talking to Michael Callahan, you can tell that he's impressed with how the team is improving, but simply just has to finish. And we've seen them create a few opportunities where they haven't done that yet. Now here's Gates. For Hernandez. Lost her handle and a clearance by Bluefield. So it's on the near touchline. Throw in coming up for CIU. Gates turned around. Rams so close to the attacking third again. Next the ball up to Taylor Bryant. Stephanie Miller. Knocked back by Flincham to Flincham, her twin sister, and it's cleared out towards the Bluefield sideline. Now another throw in for CIU. We have nearly played 20 minutes of soccer here at East River. Always trying to find Gates. Throw in CIU. Gates sends the ball in. Hernandez. Dishes out, long shot. Just wide of the net. Looking for the top right corner, and she missed, but not by much. Goal kick Bluefield. And the box left footer. Regauge another shot, but instead a corner kick. Flincham got in the way of the very last second after the shot from Jesse Dukes. A corner kick, and the first one we've seen today from either team. Nice ball sent in, but curved a little bit too much. And now a goal kick. 23:55 on the clock. Callahan barking out directions. Mackenzie Miller. It's a race between Dukes and Flincham again. And Anna Flincham picks the ball up off the bounce one more time. Throw in CIU. And the men's game for you right after this one, all part of our soccer doubleheader here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield taking on CIU on the men's side. They're 3-3, the CIU Rams. It's coming off of a loss to Bryan. But before that, had won 3 games in a row. Back to the women's side now, Dukes. Spinning for some sort of space. Mackenzie Miller, good tackle by Bluefield. Stephanie Miller had the ball for just a moment, lost it. And a goal kick for Bluefield College. 22 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock. Lots of time for Bluefield. It seemed like they had a good thing going offensively. Had a couple of dangerous balls into the box to test threat, the goalkeeper for CIU. But past 5 minutes or so, it's been all CIU. Purdue can't win the race to the ball. Threat passes it straight to Martin and Bryant, but a couple of CIU Rams to get in the way. Back down for Dukes. Had a good idea with the left footer there to send it on the far end for Hernandez, but goes out to the back line for a Bluefield College goal kick. Could be a dangerous throw in here for CIU. Just bounces wide. It'll be another corner kick. Corner taken by Haley Hernandez, the second one for CIU. Almost bent the ball in perfectly last time. Now we'll try to calibrate it with Kaylin Hernandez set up pretty close to the 6. And the same thing happened this time, just hit the side of the net. Under 19 and a half minutes to play in this first half of soccer. Still 0-0 between Bluefield College and CIU. Here's Hernandez. Lost the ball. Schweer stole it away, but just for the blink of an eye. Now a sprint. Can she connect on the pass? Dukes missed. Just cleared out. Boy, that was a great pass from Tara Collins, though. Hernandez bumps in her own player. Bouncing around still right towards the Bluefield bench. Out of bounds. Throw in CIU with 18 minutes left to play. Boy, that was a great pass from Collins. Somehow Dukes just missed it. Now throw in for Bluefield. Can they connect on those same type of passes? Cleared out again. Collins tried to sneak in. Waddell has hit the ground 3 times, and each one of them have been a foul. It's not a good job because, well, CIU is knocked on the door, and they got pretty close to scoring a goal right there, and a good change of the guard here as Bluefield will finally try to get some possession off of this free kick. Haley Duffy slows down to get the ball. Purdue. Oh, Dukes sent the ball right off of Hernandez's head. Waddell's on the ground this time, no foul. Kramer towards Dukes. Dukes. Left footer. Not enough on it. Well, Flincham has just had to pick up a couple of worm burners so far. Nothing has been struck really that well from CIU. Here's Martin. Still loose in midfield. Here's Mackenzie Miller for CIU. Under 15 and a half minutes to play. Purdue turns around in midfield. Here's Martin. Martin trying to find Taylor Bryant. Boy, she was open. Up to Haley Duffy. Not enough speed to catch up to the ball. Just a bit of an overpass there for Waddell. Abby Key to check on for Bluefield's Taylor Bryant. Now, this is a bit of a change for Abby Key. Usually plays defense, and she had not scored a goal since her junior year of high school. And scored a goal in the last game against Point. Now they are moving her up to midfield where she can have an opportunity to score another one. Still another good idea that was there for Key, but Miller tracks down the ball, won't send it back to Flincham. Instead clears it herself. Here's Purdue. 13:39 left to go on the clock. Still in the first half here at East River Soccer Complex. Throw in Rams. Rams in the red, Columbia International in the navy blue and royal blue blended jerseys. Here's Martin. Tried to volley it up to Purdue. Still loose in midfield. Collins. And kicked out wide. Bluefield throw in right towards the attacking third. Will they try to rush it? Yes. Taylor Kramer. Good move. What a nutmeg there. Daisy Starling. Trying to get a little too fancy on the last pass. Hernandez there once more. Up to Dukes. Shoots. And a save from Anna Flincham. Corner kick CIU. Well, Dukes got past Abby Flincham, and Anna Flincham lunged over to the right to punch the ball away. Almost 11 minutes flat left to go in the first half, still scoreless. I believe this is the third corner taken by CIU. Now another corner. Towards goal. Almost landed in. Well, it ran parallel to that back line. No one touched it, so a goal kick for Bluefield. 10.5 minutes to play before halftime. Both teams looking for their first score in game one of our soccer doubleheader. So Flincham taking her time. Looks like Purdue limping a bit at midfield. Megan Smith. Still bouncing in play, throw in Bluefield. Now a substitution for the Rams. Purdue goes off. Jones. Taylor Kramer. Abigail Key. Right into Collins. Another break for Daisy Starling. Right at Collins. Just inching up Mackenzie Miller. Hernandez. Dukes turned around on it. Long pass, Starling's there. Did the flag come up? Flincham. Well, ranged out, picked it up off the ground. Interesting that no flag came up there. One of those scenarios where you kind of have to look around and can't believe that Starling was that open. You have to assume it was illegal, but it indeed was legal. Hernandez, chip shot, straight into the body of Flincham. Another save for the goalkeeper. So Flincham has been busy in the first half, but the score still remains the same. Oh, Key just kicked it into a brick wall there. Starling on the touchline. Mackenzie Miller slowing down the offense with under 7 minutes to play. Taylor trying to rush the ball. The ball goes off of the back of Abigail Key. 6.5 minutes. That's Brandel trying to cover. Goal kick. Nia Martin just blasted the ball on the sideline. 5 minutes, 48 seconds. Throw in CIU, still inching closer to the attacking third. We'll see if they try to exhibit some strength here to just whip the ball in through the air. That's the call from the linesman. It is a corner kick. Another corner for CIU. Last one taken was probably their best one. It just went right down the back line, but well, the Rams of the Columbia International variety haven't really finished on one of these yet. Still setting up. And a substitution checking in. Side of the net again. So a corner that was very, very low and struck very hard. Doesn't find a head with 4 minutes left to go. In midfield. See if the Rams can finally get that break in a conference game. Now Mackenzie Miller. Kirsten Long. Hernandez sliding it up. Stolen away. Down to Hernandez, outnumbered. Can't find the space. Here's Haley Hernandez. Cleared away by Stephanie Miller. 2 minutes, 48 seconds left before the buzzer signifies halftime. Here's Jones. Flag came up. I believe they said advantage play on Bluefield, but I don't think there's an advantage anymore. Hernandez. Wide open. Starling. Can't finish. Well, she dribbled the ball up too long. There was nobody around her for about 5 yards, and Starling couldn't put the ball past Flincham. Throw in for Columbia International, right under 2 minutes to play. Another throw in. Down to 1:20. One minute left. Gates on the ground. Starling couldn't find it. Martin with the left foot kicks it out on the touchline. 45 seconds left. Sionis with 23 seconds left. Taylor Jones tried to make the pass a little bit harder. Emily Nelson. 10 seconds. Whiffed on the shot. And that is it for the first half of play. Bluefield and CIU still scoreless after 45 minutes here at East River. We'll step aside and be right back with the second half, just about 20 minutes or so here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Ready to start the second half here in Bluefield, West Virginia at East River Soccer Complex, where this one is all tied up at 0-0. Well, Columbia International really did control the possession in the first half, but the Rams had a few good shots. Anna Flincham did a good job in the net for Bluefield College to keep CIU scoreless even after they logged 4 corner kicks. Haley Hernandez right in the middle. The buzzer sounded to end halftime just about 4 minutes ago, but there is just about no sense of urgency in this one. I guess why should there be? Nice night here in Bluefield, West Virginia. Whistle finally blows, and we are underway here in the second half. Quick refresher, that CIU in a navy blue, the royal blue bottom of the shirt, going right to left as the Rams are in red from left to right. Into the box, towards net and in the goal. CIU takes the lead. Abby Bridge putting it in the back of the net. That did not take long. 1-0 the score. So Columbia International doesn't waste any time. Rams will need to force an equalizer. Here's Waddell. Sends it on the ground. Hernandez turns around. Clock is down to 43:45. Duffy trying to jockey the ball loose, gets it back for Bluefield. On the ground for Purdue. Throw in CIU. So it's 1-0 CIU, 43 minutes left to go. Throw in Bluefield. And the Rams get past that final line of defense. Well, CIU's been strong, but it'll be a throw-in for Bluefield. Kicked out of midfield. Launch the ball up for Dukes into the shade. Might be a good time to start bringing the lights on here as the ball hops into the grasp of Flincham. Under 41 minutes left to play in this game. 1-0. CIU trying to break a 2-game losing streak. Rams for Bluefield are looking for their first win in 2 years. The game ended right now. Bluefield would fall to 0-6-1. Going to be a break for Taylor Bryant. Can't cut the pass off. Good physical movement for Schweer in the middle. Taylor Bryant ran out of real estate, throw in CIU. Had the right idea once more time, but well, just no more space. Throw in for Columbia International. Was a blows and a free kick for Columbia International. Locked down to 39 minutes. Well, we got the second game for you coming up right after this. Men's soccer. Bluefield College taking on Columbia International in the men's realm. Rams are looking for just their second win of the season. Beat Cincinnati Christian in an AAC game. Or excuse me, no, that was non-conference. Currently 0-2 in the AAC. Across the back line. Goal kick. Now Martin ready to check in. Abigail Key to get a break. Taylor Bryant couldn't find the ball. Kicked out, Bluefield throw in. 37 minutes, 40 seconds. Goal was scored by Abby Bridge. Long shot and wide left. Another development into the box for CIU, kept alive. Rams, all the defenders are there. Mackenzie Miller to Dukes. Pinged out towards the 6, and now the Rams try to clear it out again, but Hernandez slides the ball over. Lofted in the air, goal kick. Lyncham taking her time here with this goal kick with the Rams down 1-0. Goal was scored in the first 2 minutes of the second half. Right back into the box. Flincham had to back up on it. Here's Schweers. Into the box again. Starling racing now with Duffy. Well, Bluefield has been on their back heels this entire first 12 minutes of the second half. Open for Fernandez, one-on-one. Flag came up and she missed the shot anyway. So Bluefield will benefit from that. Goal kick. Well, the flag came up for Bluefield in that first half. Purdue was one-on-one with threat. Seemed to be pretty close, but the Rams did not argue. Randall turned around for Schweers. Slides the ball out for Taylor Bryant. Kicked it right into the defender. How to play again. Well, one of these breaks, if Bluefield can maintain possession and send a decent cross into the box, this game could be equalized. But each one of those breaks, they just can't move the ball that close to the box at all. 32 minutes, 15 seconds. What a collision at midfield. No foul. Starling picked it up. Rams have a hand up. Leave for Bluefield. We're going to have to see who that was. Take a break here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Welcome back, folks. Unfortunately, an injury timeout on the field. Stephanie Miller for Bluefield College is still down, and I believe that we are waiting for the ambulance to get here. So just stick around for a moment. 31 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the second half. CIU leading 1-0. Hey folks, just another quick update here. Still in an injury timeout with 31 minutes 22 seconds. Stephanie Miller is down for Bluefield College. The paramedics are here, and they have just gotten her onto the gurney, about to wheel her off of the field here at East River Soccer Complex. The game should begin momentarily, but as for right now, still trying to attend to Stephanie Miller, who collided with Daisy Starling of CIU. And right now just got onto the gurney to be wheeled off of the field. So we will keep in our break here, and don't go away. Soccer to be played right after this. So after nearly a 30-minute break, Stephanie Miller is now inside of the ambulance getting ready to be taken out of East River Soccer Complex. The lights are now turned on here at the field, and we are ready to play some soccer. Miller and Daisy Starling had a bit of a connection, really collided pretty hard, and it looked like Miller was favoring her knee when she was on the ground, but we can't speculate much. We weren't down there. Now it's 1-0. 31 minutes, 22 seconds remain, and sportsmanship give it right back to Bluefield. A little over half an hour left to play. Rams trying to equalize after a long break. That took around 30 minutes for everything to transpire there. They had to call the ambulance, and the ambulance is just now getting here about 10 minutes ago, and they have not left yet. It'll be a throw-in for CIU. Here's Daisy Starling. Lone goal in this match scored by CIU's Abby Bridge. It's had 2 shots on goal and One of them went in right when the second half started. Martin with a clearance out. Well, we will still have our men's game right after this. For those of you just tuning in, trying to find out when the men's game will be, they will not warm up right after the end of this game, so they will be on the field ready to go in about half an hour. So we're looking at a start time of right around 7:30. Dalen Jones gives it over to Duffy, and a long chip pass for Catherine Purdue. Cleared out, Bluefield throw in. Martin. Bluefield has not been able to sneak past this defense yet today. Long shot and a save by Threat. That was Megan Brandel tried to put a surge into a ball, looped it right into the hands of the goalkeeper as the ambulance has finally left. Stephanie Miller, a freshman from Bluefield, West Virginia. Here's Mackenzie Miller on the ground for Hernandez. Hernandez again. Matched up with Schweers and passes the ball back. 29 minutes left to play. Rams looking for what could be just their third goal of the season. Into the box. Just pass back to Threat. See if the Rams can use this long break to their advantage, because those first 12 minutes of the second half were all Columbia International. Bluefield had a few moments in the first half where they did make Columbia International sweat a bit, but we haven't seen it in the second half as of yet. 28 minutes, 25 seconds left. Martin. Now in midfield, Mackenzie Miller. Whistle blows, a free kick, I believe a handball. Called on Bluefield, so more of Columbia International lining up towards the box. Once again, if you're tuning in to find the men's game will be right around 7:30. Won't be that much time in between this game and the men's game. Ambitious ball for Miller. Flincham stepped up. Did she get a piece of it? And Flincham did touch it, so another corner kick. Rams, by the way, have not had a corner as of yet. At least the Bluefield College Rams haven't. Columbia International, I believe this is their fifth. A little bit of discrepancy here on how many corners there have been. Let's just say Columbia International has taken every one. Taylor Kyle lining up. It's low. Waddell kicks it right out, and they will reset. Clock down to 26:34. Towards net, Flincham throws up the hand to punch the ball out. Mackenzie Miller battling with Taylor Bryant, and Bryant lifts the ball out. Throw in CIU, 26:10 left to play. Another throw in for CIU, the only goal scored by Abby Bridge. Taylon Jones with a sudden break of speed, puts on the brakes. Now space for Bluefield. Haley Duffy at midfield. Overpass for Waddell. Right back to CIU. Now wide open. Shot and a goal. 2-0 off of the foot of Tara Collins. That stops the clock at 25:09. Rams had a break for just a moment, then Collins was wide open, blasted the ball into the net. Now taking a 2-0 lead. .25 minutes left to play. Taylor Bryant. Here's Martin. Martin with a rip, but it goes right off of the defender of CIU. Throw in Bluefield. Just now joining us, still looking for the men's game. It will come up right around 7:30. We have 24 minutes, 20 seconds, so a little bit longer than 7:30, I believe. Maybe we're looking at right around 7:40. There was an injury timeout that took 30 minutes. Bounced out again, throw in Bluefield. Rams have not logged a shot except for Brandel in the second half. The defense has just been so strong. Columbia International right now 4-4, losing 2 in a row, 1 to a Division I opponent. Well, the Rams 0-5-1 for Bluefield College. Throw in Bluefield. Megan Brandel couldn't keep a hold of it. This is where Columbia International could be dangerous if they connect on these quick passes. Collins, who just scored the goal. Hernandez keeping her hand up to try to get this pass. Rams want a handball, and it was a blatant one. Well, the ball didn't lie. It went to Flincham instead. 22 minutes, 50 seconds. Head in the air trying to find Jones. Here's Purdue. Taylor Bryant with Brandel. To Duffy. Oh, she was wide open. Now here's Taylor Bryant. Fights into the box. Shoots. And misses wide left. That was the best strike for any Bluefield player today. Tried to sneak it right to the right of Nadia Threat. .22 minutes, 8 seconds left. Off the body of Brandel. Till 2-0 at the moment. Rams can make this a game still. We're seeing a bit of blitz of energy for them. On the ground. Schweers battling at midfield, goes to the ground. Flincham sent the ball out wide. Ball's loose in the attacking third. Rams keep it alive, courtesy Flincham. Throw in Bluefield. Hernandez for CIU. Can't slide it past Flincham. Hernandez bumping around with Waddell. Duffy. Slight space in the through ball. Can't connect. Here's Purdue. Brought down, and here comes a free kick for Bluefield. See if this will be a card. Official has not gone into his pocket yet. And it will be a free kick. Megan Brandel to do the honors. A two-person wall for CIU. Brandel looking for a head. Martin connects. Close to goal. Still loose. Popped out. And off the volley, Taylor Bryant sends it too high. Best chance for Bluefield all day. That ball was still loose in front of the net with 19:25 left to go. It still remains 2-0. Here's Hernandez for CIU. You can come back from 2-0. Very hard to come back from 3-0. Whistle blows, and now we have another injury timeout. Eva Waddell, who's been physical the entire match. Another injury timeout. If you're just now joining us, Stephanie Miller was down for about 30 minutes. Ambulance came and went now after 30 minutes. Eva Waddell is down for Bluefield, and this is a team that was plagued by injuries all of last year. Now we'll take another break. Well, folks, that is it for the women's game tonight. Bluefield College will call the game due to injury. So our final score here from East River Soccer Complex, CIU gets the win 2-0 over Bluefield. The ambulance is coming for Eva Waddell. And after that, we will have the men's game started for you right after this. So if you're just now tuning into our women's soccer broadcast, we will have the men's game up and running after the ambulance leaves. And Eva is taken safely to the hospital. But the final score in the women's game, CIU 2, Bluefield 0.